Hey, what's going on, everybody? Frizzle84 here. Thanks for tuning in, and welcome to episode number 1 of our series here. Today, we are going to do all the standard things that you typically do in your first days in the world. Punch some trees, and then we'll start building up a small supply here. We don't plan on building up our base here or anything, though. Plan is to go over to the jungle that's out to the, I believe it's out to the east of here, and build a jungle base. I think that's going to be kind of fun. Today we are going to get started with our little starter base, a house. I think we're going to build it on top of that little hill there. And then we are also, I think, going to build a passive mob farm. One of the reasons I set up this spawn point right here is it will make it very easy to set up a passive mob farm right here in the spawn area. I just have to make sure I have the ability to turn it on and off. One thing we got to do pretty quick is underneath this, so you may have seen it in the last episode a little bit, you got this cave with mobs in it, and we're going to have to light that up and take care of those as soon as we can. So we'll get that taken care of, and we're going to spawn-proof most of this area here, and over there we're going to build a passive mob farm. And we're back. I got a little carried away with things here. I thought I recorded a clip about the house, and turns out that I got distracted by a horse and didn't really mention anything about the little house that we built. Hello, a horse. Ah, well, that's kind of nice. I don't think I have much use for a horse right now, though, because this is an island, and you can't swim. I also managed to record some other clips. I managed to anger an Enderman already. It's been about 5 minutes, maybe? I have a Trident guy after me now. I'm down to 1.5 hearts. I have no food. No apples. So I got a confession to make. To do the intro, I had the daylight cycle turned off. And I forgot to turn it back on. To make up for that, we're just gonna go to night. And there we go. Now we have to build our house in a hurry. I'm going to build a quick dirt hut. I meant to build a nicer house, but dirt hut it is. We're going to make our first iron gear. I suppose the first thing we ought to do is get an iron pickaxe, just in case we find some diamonds. And we'll do an iron sword so that it's easier to not die. Oh yeah, I have trees growing on top of my house. Diamonds! Diamonds! So I was just digging out this sand here, and look what I found. It's one of these hidden chests. Okay, I gotta stand on something here. Okay. Ooh boy, look at this. I can use. I can't pick this up. Go into my inventory. Why am I so bad at this? Oh my lord. Oh, but this is good stuff. Good stuff here. Diamonds! And look what this little cow thinks he's doing. He's just swimming off into the ocean. So we've got our little starter hut. Nothing too fancy. Real basic. I know I said I wanted to work on my building, but keep in mind, this is the first few days of the world here. I don't have, all I have is cobble and diorite and oak wood. So there's not a whole lot I could do with this. I cleared out a bunch of the sand here. I was sick of the turtles spawning. They just kept spawning, and they were preventing any other mobs from spawning. Pigs and cows and, stuff that I can eat. So I got rid of all the sand and started mob-proofing the whole area, getting ready for this passive mob farm. Ooh, there's some pigs. I want to clarify that this passive mob farm isn't meant to be a huge producer. Passive mob farms aren't huge producers. They, I think passive mob only get a chance to spawn every 20 seconds or so, and there's something like a 95% chance that they spawn will fail. So passive mob spawns, passive mobs mob farms aren't really the best to go with if you want volume. But it's, you know, I want to be able to control mob spawning in the world, and this will help a lot if I have no spawnable areas in the actual spawn chunks. And I struggled for a while trying to figure out what I was going to do with this area to keep it from being spawnable. And it dawned on me that the grass path block is not a full block, so it shouldn't be spawnable. And it's real easy to make. All you need is a shovel, and you right click on it. It makes a grass path block. Not spawnable because it's not a full block. You can see it's 1 pixel shorter than the rest of them. Also means hoppers can pick up items on top of them, which is good. Back to this house here. I want to put a porch on it, or a porch, an overhang. But you know, I built this and I tore it down a few times, and I couldn't come up with anything that I liked. This is not something that I like, but it's, you know, doable for now. Looking for suggestions on that, so if anybody has any ideas, let me know. And I'll keep working with it, see what I can't figure out on that. Inside the house, we got just basic setup here, a few chests. I already did our first redstone because I was sick of opening and closing the door. So as soon as I found some redstone, I did this little number here. Real simple, doesn't require much of a tutorial. There's a redstone torch there that powers the door. Keeps it, actually it thinks it's open, but it's closed. And then when we stand on the pressure plate, it turns off that torch to allow the door to open, making our lives a lot easier. And I can't let blocks despawn. At any rate, that's our little starter house on top of the hill here. I did clear the mobs out from this area. Although when I got down here, all there were Endermen. It was kind of strange. There were no skeletons, zombies, creepers, nothing. Just Endermen. So it's pretty easy. I just ran around, lit it up, and then I killed all the Endermen, and, well, that was that. It was pretty simple. I started a mine shaft over here, go down, all the way down to get some diamonds, which you see that I have some diamond gear already. I found a few diamonds, got started with that. Like I said, I got a little carried away with clearing out stuff and mining. But, you know, I want to get a good start on this, so I've got plenty of diamonds here, block, actually, that's really 4 diamond blocks worth, plus a couple tools here. I managed to get these enchanted, and got fortune on this one, which was awesome. That's how I got all of these diamonds right here. Found 1 vein in the fortune, and bam, done. So now the plan is to make the rest of this non-spawnable. I want to remove all of this. I want everything gone except for this little island, and I think I'm going to make it all this grass path block. It may not be the prettiest thing, but for early game, it's really easy to do. It cost me, let's eat, we're getting hungry here. It cost me, I think, 2 stone total to actually do this. Whereas if you use slabs or buttons or any other tricks, it's going to take a lot of materials. Whereas this is already grass, and all I had to do was, you know, make it into the path block, and it took up about 2 stone shovels worth. So it's, you know, pretty efficient way of doing it. So I think that's what we're going to do with that island there. We're going to keep that. All this is going to go. This is just a temporary enchanting setup. This is the area we're going to set the passive mob farm up in. This is 1 solid chunk outlined by the fences here, and we're going to remove all of the grass, all of the stuff. We're just going to make it water. And that's all I really wanted to show you now. Just a quick update on the house and the clearing everything out. It's taken a little while to clear this stuff out. So it's getting nighttime. I think it's about time to go to bed here. And in the next clip, I think we're going to be a little bit further progressed with this passive mob farm. And I'll bring you guys back, see what we got going on. And one of the most satisfying things in Minecraft... Alright, got everything cleared out here. This is the spawning platforms for the passive mob farm. Unfortunately, since I cleared all this out, I haven't seen a whole lot spawn in here. Not quite sure what's going on. I have gone to all the surrounding islands and cleared out any animals that were there. Waited and waited and waited, and all I've seen spawn so far is a cow. Not quite sure what's going on with that. It should be better rates than that. I understand it's going to be slow, but it should be better than that, definitely. I don't know why nothing's spawning, but well, we'll come to that later. And point being, you know, like I said earlier, that I want to clear out all the spawnable areas so that we can just shut off spawning in the spawn chunks. This is the timer here for the water. You can just waterlog these trapdoors. And then when they open up, they drop the water, and they can flush mobs down to the bottom. So we've got that hooked up to this boat timer. I saw this on Impulse SV's channel. I'm not sure if he got it from somebody else, but that's where I saw it. So this is a pretty cheap and clever way to do a timer. So if I get some redstone out and put it in the this spot right here, we can see that when this boat comes around, it'll come on this, it'll hit this pressure plate. Once it does, it'll turn off this torch, which will turn off the redstone. It'll close those trapdoors, let all the water flush down, and then a few seconds later it turns off and all the water stops. This one's running about 40-45 seconds or so in between cycles. A little faster than what I would have wanted, but I didn't want to build it any larger either, so that's what it's going to be. There we go. See all the water go down as the boat slowly goes over the pressure plate, then it turns off. We can turn all the spawning off in the area by just flipping this lever. The killing mechanism is going to go down over here. I'm just going to dig a little trench and put another water stream down in it, and at the end will be some magma blocks that will kill whatever gets flushed down there. Pretty simple. I got the magma blocks when I was mining here. They're not very hard anymore. It used to be you had to go to the nether to get them, but not anymore. Can get them just by mining apparently. So that'll be a good way to kill them, and that's what we're going to do, along with, again, doing all the grass path stuff over there. Turns out there are still some spawnable areas. I caught some cows spawning. So we'll get that all taken care of, and the killing mechanism done over there, and I think that's going to probably do it for the episode for this week. We'll see. I'm going to stand here and watch and make sure to see if anything spawns. Hopefully it will. Probably it won't. And we're back. I managed to get a couple horses to spawn over here, so we know this area works. Turns out there was some spawnable blocks over on that island there. Went and took care of those. I found a dog, so that's kind of cool. I haven't tamed him yet, though, so actually he's still a wild wolf or whatever they call him. I decided to make all of this grass path just so that's not spawnable at all. I just figured I'd rather not have anything spawnable around spawn area to make things more simple. So, like I said, I found a couple animals over there, so I went and I made the edge chunks of that island. I think that's all that's affecting it. I made those grass paths so they won't spawn anything, and as soon as I did that, stuff started spawning over here. Unfortunately, it's been mostly horses so far. I had one that was burning on the magma blocks down there, and it was pretty awful sounding. By the way, got the killing system in here. Just moved this out a little bit and put some water streams, magma blocks, all collecting into the chest here. I've got some hopper mine carts with hoppers. I decided to splurge on the iron, but clearly not a lot going on yet. Although I've had the thing turned off most of the time. I wanted to find where the other animals were spawning, so I turned it off. And that's when I found the other animals, and then I could take care of that, and now I could turn it back on if I want. We're going to be moving out of here pretty soon, because we got everything taken care of pretty much that we want to at spawn. We'll come back at some point, make it look a little nicer, then we're going to move out off to the jungle. It's going to take me a few trips to head over there. I'm going to move most of the resources that I've got here, a lot of the building blocks. You know, these chests are full of sand and stone and grass and stuff. All right, so I think we're going to call that for an episode today. Next time, we'll be off in the jungle. We'll start our main base over there. We'll have a real storage system. So thanks for joining in. Really appreciate it, guys. If you like the video, hit the like button. Really helps me out. And if you want to subscribe and be updated on more videos in the future, hit the subscribe button. And with that said, I will see you all guys next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.